Archive podcast.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, but who the hell cares about wildlife anyway?
Right. We're over.
What's happening, everybody? Justin here alongside Lola and Yadi. Welcome to the Nerd Archive podcast, the show about all things nerdy. As you can probably see by the title, we didn't initially have a topic for this week's episode, so we were going to do a train wreck, but things change, and oftentimes last minute. So yeah, we're going to be talking about quite a few things, movies mostly. We got the Beetlejuice trailer, House of the Dragon Season 2, the Crow remake, which I actually just got done watching and was quite surprised by it, despite my initial resistance, considering how much I enjoyed the Brandon Lee original. Still an amazing movie, from my opinion, but you know, I'll give that one a shot.
30 years. 30 years.
It's
That's crazy.
insane how long it's been. Yeah.
Can't believe that.
So we've got we've got a bit of a packed episode this week, and as you can see, we are missing one person. He is doing some fun things with his family. They're having a lot of fun. So wish him all the best. Have fun with your family. We will see you back here next week. Mm-hmm. All right. So that said, which do you want to talk about first?
Lola, you pick.
Well, it seemed like you guys were really into the Crow, so let's talk about that. Also, you're like, despite my initial resistance, there wasn't much resistance, if I'm being completely honest. You were like, nah, and then you were like, yes.
Is the action. I mean, that action, that trailer, hopefully they do show more, obviously, in the movie than the trailer already showed quite a bit. But if you haven't seen it, it is a bloody mess, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit. It's an interesting take on the classic, and I love it. And I think honestly, like, I was kind of half interested. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. But then, looking at the trailer, they get to the part where they're in that bathroom, and he gets shot in the stomach and falls in the bathtub, and then they cut away and to another part, and then cut back. He gets up, takes the shotgun from the guy, knocks him on his ass, and then blows his fucking head off. Like, okay, that is fucking brutal as shit, and I like it. Now you got my attention.
Gore.
Now you've got my attention.
Crazy. Is this part that I like? He gets stabbed in the back with a sword or katana or something like that, and then he just basically aims the gun that way to his stomach and then shoots through himself to the other guy. I was like, what the? When he goes,
he does the same thing with the katana, like stabs himself in the chest and then pulls it out after he kills the other guy.
Yeah.
It's pretty badass.
Pretty badass, yeah.
I would say, man. To be honest, I think I might just see this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
Same thought over here.
Based on what we saw in the trailer, I'm keen to see more. So
yeah, it looks amazing. And I guess the story too, like, they do show more of the past than at least in the previous movie. I think they just show a little bit. The trailer does shows quite a bit of the past history, and I don't know if it's all going to be in the beginning or just through the movie, him remembering, which it might be cool to have it that way, that he would just remember bits and pieces of his past life and love, interests.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited about that movie. When is it coming out? I missed the date.
Good question.
Let's see.
Coming
Oh,
soon.
Does that have a date? Oh.
jeez.
uh, I love when that happens.
The key binds.
Of course, of course.
It just says 2024. Oh, June 7th.
No shit. Okay.
You're fine.
So almost there.
Yeah, it's pretty close. That's pretty close. Oh man. Uh all right. So let's move on to Beetlejuice.
Same
What was
cast,
that?
guys.
What was that he
Yeah.
said? What did I say that he said? The juice
Something
is
about the
back?
juice.
Loose.
The juice is
The juice
loose.
is loose.
That's a callback to an old headline from way back in the day. If you're too young to get the whole O.J. Simpson thing,
Oh,
that's literally
gotcha.
what that harkens back to.
Ah, I see.
At least that's where my head went when I heard him say that. And I'm just like, they went there. Okay.
Yeah, apparently.
it it does look good though. I mean, like again, they didn't show a lot of that one, which is good.
True
Mhm.
enough.
The first one, how long was it that they was it 30 years too? Like
Close
I think
to
it
it,
was
I
30
think.
years.
Let me see.
Dr.
This is
Googly.
Yeah,
the year of the comebacks.
1988.
apparently. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, older than me.
Yeah. I was
35?
Yeah, that's older than me.
Huh. I was 4 years old when that movie came out.
I remember that movie. It was always creepy. Obviously, I was younger when I saw the movie.
Of course.
Um, but it was so cool to see like it wasn't like the scariest movie, but to a kid, it was pretty creepy and out
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah.
But always remember when they morph their faces, and I hope they bring yeah, and they
One of
and
my
I hope
favorite
they bring
parts.
those stats. Yeah, I
Oh,
hope
no
they bring
doubt.
it back. I'm pretty sure they will.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
You would think. You would think. Let's see.
And he looks the same too.
Yeah, he
It's just
does.
perfect.
Close to it. Close to it. There's a little difference, but that comes with getting older, but
Yeah, I mean, like
still.
it's not exactly, but if you put it side by side, like you can still see they added. I don't know if before they added wrinkles, but they're there, and it looks just better now.
With the type of character that he is, you would expect him not to age, so I would assume that they would probably do some kind of de-aging or something to that effect with this one. But who knows? From the
Possibly.
looks of it, yeah, but from the looks of it, the guy what the fuck was the character's name? Charles Dietz.
Hmm.
It looks like he died in between, or his character dies in between this movie and the new
Oh,
one,
with the
because you saw there was
funeral
a funeral
part.
scene.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
So I'm
rewatching
like,
it right now too.
so I'm
I
like,
love this
eh,
song too. What they play it like the this the song that you always think of this movie, right? The come whatever the
oh
song is.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
I
Banana,
from
don't.
banana,
Yeah.
dum, 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 dum. That's all I
Do
can
you,
tell you about the song.
do you have it like slower now in the trailer, and I like it.
oh yeah. Well, so basically, based on what we've seen thus far, we obviously, uh, Michael Keaton coming back, Winona Ryder, uh,
Jenna Ortega.
Jenna
Yep.
Ortega is being the new cast member. Catherine O'Hara is back for this one as well. It looks like,
Hmm.
um, but I don't. I'd have to rewatch the trailer again, but I don't recall seeing Gina Davis or Alec Baldwin or Well, no, actually, I don't think Alec Baldwin's going to be coming back for that one because he's in kind of deep shit right now.
Yeah, I was gonna,
So
I was
he's
gonna
kind
say
of he's kind of screwed
he's
on
out.
that. So
I gotta rewatch the first one too because it's been a while, and it's one of those movies that you remember most of it, but I don't remember the story of why everything is happening because it's been a minute since I since I watched it.
well,
Obviously,
if I recall correctly, the original it started with the original owners of the house, which I believe were played by Gina Davis and was it Alec Baldwin who played the first guy? Um, yeah, it was
maybe
it was
yeah,
their two
yeah.
characters had owned that house originally, and then
Mhm.
they died, and they're haunting that house, and then this new couple moves in and completely transforms it into this modern art monstrosity, and they're trying to get him out, and that's why they turn to this demon or whatever whatever he calls himself, um, to basically just cause absolute chaos, and it was
And that he
fucking amazing.
does.
Yes.
Also, Willem Dafoe is going to be in this one.
Hmm.
No
Who's he's
shit.
playing? Not sure.
I guess they're not saying yet.
It's a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they will come with a third part that will actually say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
You're not supposed to say that 3 times, buddy.
Well, I said it.
Oh
Said it.
damn!
Still
Now
alive.
you've done it. Now you've
Now
done
you've
it.
done it.
Run,
Oh God.
run. And let's see. Willem Dafoe is playing a character called Wolf Jackson. Jenna Ortega is playing Astrid Dietz, which I can only assume is Lydia's kid.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Oh, my
Justin
wife is in that
Theroux.
movie.
Let's see.
Funny.
Justin Theroux is playing a character called Rory. No idea who that is. Oh yeah, no. That to be honest, that's another one that I want to see. But I might skip the theatrical release for that one.
What?
At least nowadays, movies are coming out quicker. To
Pretty
home.
much. Usually within a month or two, they're on streaming services.
I'm guessing this will be already out by Halloween because why not?
No doubt.
It's expected to be out what September 6th? Is that what it says? Yeah,
Mm,
September 6th is when it should be out if there's no delays and whatnot. So that should give him enough time to be out by Halloween, which will be a good time to make more money for them, not for us.
And
we're gonna lose money.
even better, besides the fact that it's coming out on my birthday, so I might have to actually go and see that in theaters. It's being directed by fucking Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's back.
Awesome.
Yes, he's back.
Absolutely fucking amazing.
Back again. Tim Burton.
Let's see who else? Who else is there? They don't show much, I guess.
No, I mean, yeah, you got guys that I've never really heard of: Gianni Calcetti, Arthur Conti, Tim Kavanaugh. Like I literally don't know who.
Kavanaugh. I know that guy. I think. Oh no.
Well,
Pretty
at
close
least
though. I think
I
Tom Kavanaugh is the guy I was thinking of, and he's the guy that plays Reverse Flash on the Flash show.
Ah,
It's pretty
cool.
fucking close though.
Yeah. No worries. So yeah, that's definitely another worthwhile release.
there is a
All right.
character that wasn't in the first movie that I just noticed is Beetlejuice's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Monica
Monica
Bellucci.
Bellucci.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting.
Absolutely, yes.
It's too far out though. Just kidding. We're already in April almost.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy how quickly this year is moving. We're almost
Mm-hmm.
at the end of fucking March, man. I wonder what kind of wacky explanation they're gonna have with how Beetlejuice got married.
Right?
Forced marriage, maybe? He had to do it.
It could very well be.
Mm-hmm.
Could very well be. But I think we can wait until September. Man, that's going to be a hell of a wait.
I'm excited though. Looks really good.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Let's see. What else is there? Oh, House of the Dragon Season 2.
I have not seen any of it.
Have
You
you
should.
seen Game of Thrones?
Oh no, that's yeah.
No.
So it's
Okay,
not
I
cool.
gotcha.
it's not in that same realm, I guess. For me, it's not in my playlist at all.
I gotcha. Are you not big on medieval fantasy stuff like that? I mean, this
No, I think in the
takes it.
past I will have watched more like
Hmm.
when those movies were coming out, like Gladiator, and that's when I stayed. That was it.
I gotcha. I gotcha. I'm thinking like I mean, yeah,
Mm,
it's definitely like sword and sorcery, medieval fantasy, things like
right.
that. But it takes it to like several degrees above that, and especially like in the later seasons of Game of Thrones, where they
Mm-hmm.
really delve into like the magic and sorcery aspect of it, and then of course with House of the Dragons, you see a bigger history of the Targaryen family and their reign up until the beginning of Thrones. Um, let's honestly, I think it's definitely worth watching.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to like, I would start with House of the Dragon season 1 and then go into season 2, and then if they end it at season 2, then I would suggest going into Game of Thrones. Um, but and I think I've mentioned this before. It's like two things that you definitely want to take into consideration when you watch these shows is don't really get attached to any one character for a prolonged period of time, because
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely not.
just when you think like the big hero character, you're rooting for him, and you're like 100% behind him, and then all of a sudden he fucking gets executed at the end of
Season one.
one season or something like that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's crazy. It's
Like I
crazy. And
know kind of about it, but
What
yeah.
was your one character that you got attached to, Justin?
uh for me it was a split between Jon Snow and uh
Terry Waters.
well, funny thing is Waters is technically a last name of it goes
Is
into a
it one
whole
of the
explanation.
characters?
Well, it's not actually one of the characters, but
Oh,
Waters
okay.
is definitely a last name. But it's basically what the way they do certain characters. Like, say you're like an illegitimate child, and you or a bastard, basically. You're depending on which area of Westeros that you're born, you're given a specific last name to denote that unfortunate title that you might have. So like Waters is, I'd say like the I want to say like mid to upper west. Like stone or sand is uh like the lower half of Westeros, or like snow being the northern like the north,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
and and on it goes. And so like when you mention Waters, I'm like, has he really not seen this before? But then you like, yeah, I mean, you just took a guess and you basically like half nailed it, so it works out. um, let's see, where was I? I completely lost my train of
Jon
thought.
Character
Snow.
that you got attached to.
Oh yeah. Fuck, Tyrion.
Fuck Tyrion. Is that the
Ooh.
one?
They try. Some succeed. Some succeed.
Who's that
Yeah.
character?
he was the dwarf
Yeah.
played by Peter Dinklage,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
who also played Eitri in Infinity War.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yep.
The small guy that's not a small guy, that's a giant guy, but he's small for being a giant guy.
Literally,
Call me
like
Elf one more time.
what now?
Elf. Call me Elf one more time. That's where I know it from. It's from Elf.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. Yeah, no, that's like he's one of those that survives like all the way to the end. So many people
Oh, you
had, like
spoil it.
you're
Just
probably not going to
kidding.
watch
It's
it
been out
anyway.
for
So
how long,
it's been out
Yadi?
long enough. It's been out long enough for one, and you're probably not going to watch it anyway. So it really isn't a big deal.
Not a
So
big deal.
yeah, so for those who haven't seen the series, if you're tough shit. I'm spoiling it, so if you haven't seen it, whatever.
Hey, Luisa
yeah,
is
no.
on the chat.
Huh?
Hi, Luisa.
Ignore him. If he wanted
ignore
to be
him.
here, he would be. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, hey, Ronald Sheldon said that he always wanted to get married. That's for Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Ah, okay. Why do you keep
saying
doing that?
Beetlejuice?
It's
Yes.
just
Are you trying? You're trying
pop
to
out.
you're trying to
Oh.
summon him?
I think he is.
Yeah.
Do you need more chaos in your life? Is that the
You see an
problem?
arm like
And all of a sudden he disappears. Fucking NVIDIA broadcast.
and then I
The
suddenly goes
entire
like
screen goes black.
Do you see him look behind him just in case?
Lewis in the chat says, "Great, I'm spoiled."
They all die.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
Everyone dies.
there's a dragon that has a house.
Oh my god. There is. There's
Uh-huh.
multiple dragons with multiple homes.
Oh,
my
yeah.
They're
God.
homeowners out
Yeah.
here.
Oh yeah. Yep. It's, to be honest, it's definitely something that I would suggest giving a shot to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what other streaming service is on besides Max.
I think it's an HBO. Yeah, HBO.
Well, yeah, like
show.
as far as like subscription based streaming services, I think it's pretty much only on that. They did start selling it on the Microsoft Store, so that's how I wound up seeing it, because I bought the entire first season, and I'm probably going to do that once the second season is up. So,
Yeah.
not spending any more money than I absolutely have to on streaming services.
Listen, Yadi. If the dragons don't get you, there's a lot of gore and there's a lot of boobs. What else do you need? Dragon gore boobs.
Okay.
Pretty much. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. Dragons, gore, tits. Let's see. There's as far as Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, a little bit of incest.
A little bit of incest. Well, a lot of incest, because they're all the white
In House
hair
of the
is from
Dragons,
the
yes.
incest.
In House of the Dragons, yes.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, to a lesser degree, but still there.
Is it? They're twins. It doesn't get any more incesty than that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
What, you don't want to watch this show with so much incest in it? Ridiculous.
I'm
Oh
good.
man. I think we just ruined it for him.
You know
It wasn't gonna watch it
twisted
anyways.
mind that wrote this. Like why
George
they could
R.
choose
R. Martin.
Yeah.
they can choose not to
Why
do
did he?
that, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but you also have to consider that's kind of how it was back in the Middle Ages.
True.
It was a lot more widespread in that respect. I mean, it
I
was still
guess
obviously frowned upon by the church, and but and the punishments were a lot harsher like back then. But like it's the stories like that are based on how things happened way back when, instead of all these like
some
Hollywood.
things can be skipped or changed.
True enough, but I mean, he wanted
Be a
it.
neighbor.
I think he wanted it. George R.R. Martin wanted it to be like as like the Middle Ages as he could, where it's like not like the Hollywood medieval fantasy sword and sorcery movies where the good guy always wins in the end and it's a happily ever after, blah blah blah.
Absolutely not the case in
Sometimes
the
you get
show.
oh yeah, no. Sometimes you just get, but that's the thing though, sometimes you just get tired of seeing that.
I mean,
Yeah.
Star Wars did it, so I guess it's okay.
Oh, also true. Ugh, I forget about that. We don't talk about Bruno.
Oh my god. Well, the funny thing, but the weird thing is though, it's like that was like they didn't know. They literally had no clue that they were even related at the time.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
nobody did.
And they were in different
Nobody did.
planets.
Sure.
It just so happens that they are related.
Hmm.
Still don't talk about it. Ugh.
Yeah, probably not.
But they have a strong sense in the Force, but they couldn't sense that.
They
But that's
couldn't
okay.
sense each other.
Yeah, they sense each other.
Plot hole. Well, Yadi.
I'm wondering if they, like, when they decided to go with that, her being sensitive in the Force as well. How long did it take them during their writing of the script to like come up with those ideas? Like, Leia being Luke's sister, her also being sensitive in the Force, and all this other shit.
I think they just want to mess with people, like, hey.
I was gonna say, do you think it's like one of those like, oh, plot twist? We've known this
They're
entire
laughing at
time
us.
and we made them kiss.
It's certainly possible. It is certainly possible.
Watch them be uncomfortable.
Yeah, right.
They shifted for just long enough to make them
Oh, yeah.
uncomfortable.
But the funny thing is, it's like as soon as you, the audience obviously, they understood the implications when it was revealed, but it's just like the characters didn't even think twice about it once Luke figured it out, and it's just like.
Mhm.
But then you got to wonder, it's like, what was going through his head? Like, she's my sister. I did. Oh shit.
Let's never talk about this.
Oh man.
I wonder if it did cross his mind.
You would think. You would
Yeah.
think. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about?
Did you both watch the first Omen trailer?
Yes.
I
The one that
have not.
appeared before The Crow.
Yes,
It
I did
appears
see.
at okay.
Yeah, I did. I watched that ad teaser before the Crow trailer, and
Mhm.
it was interesting. I noticed that Charles Dance has been cast in that, and I recognized him because he was also in Game of Thrones, and he was
Yeah.
actually one of the better characters in Game of Thrones. I was kind of aggravated that they. What were you saying?
I want to punch him in the face.
Oh. To be honest, it's like the way he portrayed his character, it made you it like with as calculating and as powerful as he was, like it made you like him, but it also made you hate him. So I'm like, I was like, it sucks that he's dead, but I'm also kind of glad that they killed him,
Mhm.
because it's like he was an asshole. He was an
Yeah.
absolute fucking dick.
Well, it's like Cersei. Like, I absolutely hate that actress, but also it's because of Cersei. She did such a good job. I hate her.
If you hate if you wind up hating a character to the ends of the fucking earth, so
Mm-hmm.
much so that you want to strangle that character every time somebody mentions the name, you know the actor or actress did a bang up fucking job playing that character.
100%. Like a
And
bitch. Hate
yep.
that bitch.
Is he the one? Is he the one that was in Underworld?
Yes,
Charles
I
Okay.
believe
Dance.
so. Yeah, I think he's in the
Mm.
first one. He's the one that she wakes up.
Mm. He was in
The
Dracula Untold as well.
I was gonna say
yes.
that, yeah.
Good movie.
In a
It's a
lot of
shame that
things.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think that I mean his I don't know if it was his role in Game of Thrones that kind of propelled him into, more roles. But I mean, to be honest, it's weird though because Game of Thrones is literally how I discovered a lot of these characters and actors. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, what the hell is his name? The guy that played Robb Stark, who also played in the Eternals,
Mm-hmm.
which was really cool. And then of course Kit Harington, Jon Snow, also played in
Mm-hmm.
the Eternals. I'm waiting to see where they go with his character, considering the post-credit scene that they did with him.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an interesting one. Let's see.
Let's
Uh,
see.
I was rewatching the trailer for the first Omen,
Mm.
and then I paused it, and I'm gonna send you a picture. This is what I paused it. It's kind of creepy.
What could it be?
Very grudge.
Simple, yeah.
Oh yes, yeah.
Oh, The
I did.
Grudge.
I saw that. Yeah,
Such a good one.
crazy shit.
But this first Omen movie has a. There is another movie of this, right? There's so many movies called The Omen. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I think so. I don't remember which ones, if any, that I've seen. I mean, it is what it is. Certain movies interest me, certain ones don't. I
I
don't
used
really
to
think
love
twice about it.
I watched a lot of horror movies before, and then
Mm.
I stopped. I don't know.
Mine.
I don't know. I think it all got kind of like boring
Pessy.
after
Go back to watching the scary shit.
the what?
The scary shit.
Yeah, I
Well, I mean,
will.
it's funny. It's funny like the amount of horror films that you see when you're younger. The good ones and things like that, where it's just like these ones that come after these, especially some of these modern ones. It's like that you've seen that formula so many times that it's not as interesting as it was when way back.
I
So
remember
Yeah.
watching Amityville. Amityville. It was that Ryan Reynolds was in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was a good one. And then the more recent ones that I watch were oh my god, what are the names? Oh, I forgot. This it was a doll in a case. Was it?
The boy?
No, like a girl,
Oh, Puppet?
like a puppet kind of thing.
Dead Silence. That's one of my favorites.
there's another one.
If you scream, they rip out your tongue.
That I've seen,
Interesting.
but the other one was it it wasn't Abigail. What name is that?
I think it's a semi-recent movie. I think I know the one you're talking about. It's like it's a doll that looks almost realistic. It's got like blonde hair. Is that the one you're talking about?
No. So the
Annabelle.
real
Oh, Annabelle, yeah.
Annabelle, yes. So in the movies that they made with that, besides
Thank you,
Annabelle,
Ronald.
yeah. Um, thank you so much. Yeah, like the other
Absolutely.
movies that they made with that doll,
Yeah.
like the movies after,
Mhm.
oh my god, I forgot those names. But anyways, like Annabelle was creepy, and I liked
Yes.
it. see.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. All right, let's see. What else can we talk about? Um, so I pulled
Oh,
up
that
some. What's up?
Kong and Godzilla movie is going to be released this week.
Awesome. I don't have money.
Ooh, sorry, buddy. Neither
Yeah.
do I. If it makes you feel any
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, I am broke as fuck and work is slow as hell. So
Broke
I
as
have to be
fuck.
I gotta be
Mm.
I gotta be super, super careful on what I fucking spend my money on right now.
Got pocket
Yesterday,
money?
Uh
yesterday I talked about Ghostbusters with Trevor, we're gonna post that video this week, here on the channel, the Rambling Dude side. But the popcorn bucket for that movie, it's awesome. It's the one of the ghost traps.
oh yes. I saw that
Uh,
one. That looks so cool.
it does.
I want that. I
My buddies, he
want that.
said that when he was gonna buy it, it was already gone,
Oh
and they went
shit.
like this past week when it started.
Of course. Check I was gonna say check eBay. You'll probably find like a ton of them on there.
Yeah, like the
I'd love to get
400 times the price.
oh shit, yeah. More than likely. It's like limited edition Ghostbusters popcorn bucket.
because
$400.
because of this movie coming out recently, I was like, oh, I want to see the more recent one besides
Yeah.
this one, the 2021 Afterlife, which I never watched, and I got to see it this last 2 weeks, like last week. I bought it
Mm.
and I watched it, and with the kids, and they loved it. One of my sons was like behind the couch, kind of like, this is a couch, and he was just looking at it like this. Um,
Oh
but
yeah.
I
They're at
liked
that
it.
age.
It was really good. I would have loved to see more of the old gang, Um they have you guys seen it?
I haven't seen the newest one. Um and yeah, uh I haven't seen the one that's in theaters right now.
Okay.
Not yet.
Yeah, I really like this one, the Afterlife, and I'm
Mm.
definitely gonna see the Frozen Empire, which is the new one.
Oh yeah. I think it's gonna be I think it'll be worthwhile because I just haven't gotten around to seeing Afterlife yet.
Yeah, I know.
Soon ish.
See what else is out soon, or what is out right now besides Ghostbusters? Have you guys been to
Mm.
the movies recently?
No,
No.
not recently.
There is coming out soon-ish that Alien Romulus
Romulus.
816 movie.
Huh.
Kind of excited for that one.
Is that what Ridley Scott's Aliens? Interesting. I to be honest, I love those movies. I I literally have like every single one of those movies. They're fucking awesome. As well as the Predator films. Well, some of
Ooh,
them.
love the Predator, yeah.
Yes. And then both of the Alien versus Predator films.
Mhm.
First one was good. Um the second one was almost as good, but I think the first AVP takes a little bit of an edge. Um, so yeah, I think that one might be interesting.
I think so too.
Mm.
I'm excited for it.
Oh, absolutely.
On April 5th, there's two animal movies coming out. There's Monkey Man and Dog Man,
Okay.
Interesting.
both thrillers.
Okay.
I don't know what they're about. I just thought that it was interesting. Dog Man. I know of a Dog Man comic book that my son reads, but that's definitely not the movie.
I would hope not.
It's definitely
Oh man. I found this I found this article since since we're into tech and all that stuff. I found this article uh, that's with the headline reading: "The first human patient to receive a Neuralink brain implant," which is the thing that Elon Musk and his crew have created, used it to stay up all night playing Civilization 6. So yeah,
what does the chip do?
it
Like
basically allows you to, I guess, gives you a
Mac.
greater level of freedom. So like if you're if you having to deal with like a debilitating injury, nerds don't words good, folks,
Yes.
like this guy. So this guy had gotten into a massive accident and is a quadriplegic. So he is paralyzed from the neck down. And so he was the first person to get this Neuralink brain implant, which allows him to control uh, things like his computer, for instance. He's got it linked to his computer, and wherever he looks is where the cursor goes and things like that. And so he pulled an all-nighter playing Sid Meier's Civilization 6. And so yeah, they said that he was recovering well following the surgery, and also hinted at the time that the implant was functioning well and detected a promising neuron spike. In a subsequent February update, he commented that the unnamed patient had seemingly made a full recovery and was even able to use the implant to manipulate a computer cursor through thought alone. And then on
That's
March
pretty cool.
20th, they posted its own Neuralink posted its own update to Twitter of a 9-minute live stream in which the implant recipient used the technology to play a digital version of chess while discussing how the experimental aid had changed his life. And so his quote: "It was like using the force on the cursor. I could get it to move wherever I wanted. I'd just stare somewhere at the screen and it would move where I wanted it to, which is such a wild experience." And then, so he's a complete quadriplegic and shared that he had lost sensation and suffered paralysis from below the shoulders after sustaining a spinal injury during. Oh, no, it was a diving accident, not a car accident. Shit.
Wow.
That's worse.
Oh, yeah. And so he felt compelled to volunteer for the trial out of an urge to be part of something that he felt would, by his own words, could change the world. And so through that live stream, it showed him using the brain computer interface to control an on-screen cursor to play digital chess, and then pause music that had been playing in the background. And then he also revealed that the implant had given him the freedom to pull an all-nighter playing the strategy game Sid Meier's Civilization 6, something that he could not have done on his own before the surgery.
You see, when I first read that article, like just the headline, I was like, I didn't know he couldn't move obviously anything. So I was like, so he could control like the part where you can get sleepy or something, like tired. Like that's the first thought I had. I was like, this is definitely not it. But that's awesome for him.
Oh yeah. No, and honestly, I think, and like there's understand like there's a lot of concern and things like that with like these brain implants like Neuralink and things like that about controlling people and blah blah blah. And I don't really get into the like conspiracy level crap with that. But honestly, like this to me, it seems like, hey, this is this is kind of cool. It gives some kind of like it gives some freedom to those that otherwise wouldn't be able to have wouldn't be able to have it, because it's like you're basically bound to a wheelchair or a bed for the rest of your life, not being able to move, and this gives you the ability to do more than you otherwise would have, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, I was thinking now, like if I were not to be able to move any parts of my body, I would just choose to get it without.
Absolutely.
What's the worst that could happen? You know.
Oh yeah. Could you? I was gonna say, could you see yourself playing Helldivers 2 with it?
Can you imagine though? Like, I guess that's a game that I could play because it's just you'd be doing the one thing and just looking around. Like, we've been having fun with Helldivers too, though.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. They actually just dropped an update. I think yesterday or the day before, because people were having problems with the electric weapons like the arc thrower and the Tesla tower. They were causing the game to freeze up.
Mm.
And so the developers were like, stay away from those weapons for a while, until we get this figured out. And then they've released an update to correct that. And so now it's like, yeah, you can use those weapons now. And
Or
then,
people cannot call reinforcement again while the player is still in the game because it happened to us.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's possible. I mean, I don't know who else besides us had that issue. I mean, it could very well be an isolated thing that happened. It could be more widespread. I'm hoping the update, addresses stuff like that.
There's a lot of bugs in the game.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's still an early app. Bobby.
Well, you should definitely get Helldivers. Jump in with us or drop in.
Yeah.
Working on it.
This bullet. Have you seen how the game works?
I have seen a
We
couple
gotta stream
streams.
it. We gotta stream it on this. Maybe I'll get that going soon.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, at the very least, record it because my computer doesn't like to. I was saying this to Dane the last time we recorded game night that I gotta make some upgrades to my computer and that because fucking some of the more demanding games, like I have an issue streaming on the same system. So it's like, that kind of sucks. And what's stupid is I should be able to.
I mean, my computer is less powerful than yours, so you should be able to do everything you want. Factory reset. Stop downloading mods.
It's not really mods. It's just a software that allows me to.
You never know. You never know.
They have
No, I'm kidding.
the Helldivers 2 the Helldivers 2 developers seem to have I wouldn't say love-hate relationship, more of a hate-hate relationship with macros. And so they don't like they want you to be able to, like, I guess, react and be cool under fire and things like that to be able to call in the stratagems by pressing the individual buttons, but I just don't feel like doing that. And so
I just gotta get a new grip in my controller.
Yeah.
I'm like, so Lola, to explain better, the game has this what's the stratagems. So basically, when you have certain things that you can call out, and they kind of have a cooldown time, so you get it back. Let's say you want to drop a missile on this specific area. So the way to activate it in the controller, you press like the L1, and then you do like left, down, up, whatever, like a 5 thing or more, 3 or more commands that you're gonna press to call this specific thing, and then throw it in a specific spot so it could drop in, or you can drop supply, or you can call people back and whatnot. So in the middle of the game, when you're like running for your life, calling that thing, it's fun. Also can be stressful. Or you
Absolutely.
can kill your friends by calling something and dropping it on them. So
yes.
yeah, it's very
Sounds
cool,
like
though.
you've made some mistakes.
There has been some mistake
Oh yeah.
fighting for democracy in the game.
Of course. Of course. Dumb ways to die.
Sounds like it. It's more like dumb ways to get murdered.
Yeah.
That too, yeah. That too.
The game, literally in the game, the guy is like, "Oh, my arm or my leg!" It's
Oh
just
yeah. Oh yeah.
flying off.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. They actually there's a new major order up that's trying to divert focus away from the bugs and to the automatons because they're I guess people enjoy fighting the bugs more
Yeah.
because I guess of the difficulty spike, and then some of their weapons can one shot you
Mm.
if you're not careful. And so I guess people are just kind of got tired of it. But I look at it like, to me, it's just more of a difficulty scaling thing. But I think the update also kind of addressed that as well with the
Yeah.
difficulty of the automatons. But it's just like, I see it as more of a difficulty scaling thing. So, like, if you want to, I mean, if you can call it taking it easy, you fight the bugs, and then if you want to challenge yourself, you go and fight the robots. That like so it's like it depends on it depends on how much stress and chaos and bullshit you want to deal with, especially when you're going towards the higher difficulty levels.
Yeah.
Like we're going, I mean, we go back and forth between like medium and challenging most times, but it's just like our skill level at this point, like I'm not sure about going anything. I mean, we might try hard at some point,
That's
but
what
like
she said.
going
I did
not
play
bad.
once a couple of times in a hard mode,
Right.
and obviously there are larger bugs
Oh
that
yeah, yeah.
you
And
cannot
it
kill.
just
They have an
gets
armor and whatnot,
oh, it
and
just
they
yeah, and it just gets
it's
worse from there. Like
yeah.
because that's, I think hard mode is when you start seeing the bile titans and I think the tanks, and those
I,
are such a pain in the ass
the
to
one time
take
I
down.
play in that mode, I was just running for my life the whole time because I could not get them.
Oh
I
yeah,
was
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
stay alive and calling the other people that have um that died in the game, and
Oh yeah.
I'm just being that
It's
guy calling reinforcement the whole time.
it's so ridiculous. Like, cause sometimes like you'll be making some decent progress. Like and sometimes you won't even get the audio cues
Hmm.
that one of them is fucking spawned, and then all of a sudden like the screen just starts shaking like hell, and you're falling to the ground, and like both of your arms are broken and you're bleeding out, and then you look behind you and it's like, oh, a massive fucking bile titan has just come up behind me and decided to fucking just run me through with his because his legs are like basically just like points, like spikes. And I'm just like, yeah, fuck that shit. And it's just like you're trying to get up, heal, and then run. And what's fucking dumb is like you can outmaneuver the chargers easily enough by going around like larger objects and things like that, and you can lose them that way. Those fucking bile titans, man, are damn near impossible to outrun because they will go over those fucking obstacles like no like nothing. And unless you've got like, I think it's the rail gun, like an entire team and several of them have like rail guns, they are like damn near impossible to take down.
That's
And
an
even with the rail guns, they're
electrifying gun.
pretty difficult. Oh yeah, and that's yeah, the rail guns are late level stuff. I think you have to be like level 15 or 20 to get that. But
A fun game overall.
it's still, yeah, it's still fun, and it's basically on the difficulty levels that we run, but at some point we'll challenge ourselves a bit more and do some of the higher level difficulties. I'd like to see our team run through fucking hell dive difficulty once.
Oh, there is more than
Go the
the hard
highest
mode.
level, I think level not yet. Oh yeah, yeah, because you've got trivial. So you got trivial 1, easy 2, medium 3, challenging 4, hard is 5, and then you've got 4 difficulty levels above that.
Dang.
Yeah, the highest being the highest being Helldive, and I've seen people run through fucking Helldive difficulty like literally with us right now. I'd say 5 minutes, if that, for us, and our entire team would be dead like multiple times and just be like, nope,
But
fuck this.
do they stop and shoot at things, or do they actually just go and do the mission real quick and extract?
Well, a lot of them like are a lot of the ones that I see like running on Helldive difficulty, like they're like the higher level players that really get into the game and into the strategy, and they have all that stuff nailed down, and they're able to bring down like a lot of those, even the more heavily armored chargers and the bile titans, like they're able to bring those down pretty easily. And then, but of course, you also have these. I mean, the swarms get even bigger like the higher the difficulty level that you go to, and it's ridiculous. And especially with the amount of ammo that you have to work with,
Right.
like you really have to have your shit together.
Well, we'll try it next time. We'll record it just that for that. And
Just for the lulls.
yes. Hell dive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Not to try and steer Lola away from playing the game, but
Too
you
late.
know.
Too late. I was excited. Now I'm not. No, I'm kidding.
No, to be honest, I think we're a ways off from being able to take on those difficulty levels, at least for now. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Oh yeah. All right. So last bit of info I found out. It concerns Baldur's Gate 3, which Lola seems to be playing a lot of. I know you enjoy that game very, very much.
Very, very much.
So the dev team behind Baldur's Gate 3 actually teased their next game, and they discussed their decision. They actually decided not to. Not only are they not making Baldur's Gate 4, but they have scrapped DLC plans for Baldur's Gate 3, sadly.
I did hear that.
Yes.
I did hear that.
Um,
Very sad news.
Yeah. Larian Studios did confirm that they aren't making any DLC or a sequel, sadly, but they are working on a new game. They're not saying anything about what it is, so it's a mystery at this point. But what is it? Their lead, their lead did say that it will have its proper moment. So whatever the game is, it might not be what you expect. Apparently, it's supposed to the scope and size of this game, from what I've heard so far, is supposed to like really dwarf what they've done with Baldur's Gate 3.
Nice.
And from what I've seen, Baldur's Gate 3 is a massive game on its own. But I mean, they had a lot of trouble making that game because a lot of the stuff that they wanted to do with based on D&D 5e, they just couldn't. It didn't translate well enough into the video game form in order for them to, pull that off, I think, the way they really, really wanted to. So I think when their director made the decision that, we're not working on any Baldur's Gate games, they decide. I think a lot of the developers were kind of breathing a sigh of relief, because it's just like, man, because I can imagine the amount of like stress and that they had to deal with trying to, make everything work.
You still liking that game, Lola?
Love that game. I am a little bit overwhelmed right now though, because they have so Act 3, right? You get there and then you get like 15,000 different what's it called? Side quests that you have to do.
Oh shit.
So it's like, what do I do first?
Say 15,000?
It's not actually 15,000.
Like,
Come
what
on.
the heck is this
It
game?
is a ton of them. Like every single place that you walk into, there's probably somebody that you've met along the game that has a
Hmm.
side quest or a continuation of a side quest or a new side quest.
Like Jedi Survivor, there's so many. There's a few things.
Oh yeah,
I never finished that one.
based on what I've seen, yeah, it's like there's an overabundance of just like content and things like that in that game, and it's just like I wonder like how many people have been able to like 100% that game, or have just said screw this as soon as I'm done with the story, like I am finished with this game because there's just too much to complete for for one person, and I'm just
What
like
I did.
It's like you have to dedicate to play one game for a whole year and then move on to the next
oh yeah,
one.
I think so. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like there aren't a lot of games that I choose to like dedicate a lot of time to complete 100%. Like even Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like I didn't 100% those games. I
Mm.
didn't. I wanted to experience the story and do a lot of the and do at least enough of the side quests and things like that that tied into that story to to make me feel like I got the full experience of that game, and I feel like I got that, even though I didn't fully complete the game.
Yeah, the only one that I finished recently, it's been Spider-Man 2
Mm.
that I
That I
did
still have to play.
100%.
Mm.
Because why wouldn't I? Because Miles,
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it.
But I love
Yeah.
that game. That game was pretty fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I gotta play it again with the updates and new suits that they released. So I gotta get back to also God of War. God of War with the DLC that because I finished the game, but they did have the DLC something Valhalla, I think it is.
Yep. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla.
So I gotta get to that.
Oh yeah. I was I was surprised. I was surprised that they did that for the fans. They released that DLC for free, which surprised me. Like that, I mean, you could have charged fucking $20 for that or $30 for that, and people would have paid for it because I mean, you think about it, it's
But
it's
free is
good.
better.
True
Well, I mean,
enough.
not really free. You still gotta pay for other stuff
Well,
in the
yeah, you still
PlayStation
gotta. Well,
store.
I mean, yeah,
But
you gotta buy the game in order to be able to play it.
right.
So it is what it is. But still, man, the fact that they give you that extra content without charging you more money than what you've already paid for the base game, that I think speaks a lot to some of the developers that are out there that really seem to give a shit about their audience.
Yeah. Yes, Nate. Spider-Man 2 is a really awesome game.
Hmm.
100% recommend to anyone. Any Spider-Man fan that has not gotten a chance to play the game, definitely try
Hmm.
because it's worth it.
I got you there. Yeah, I'm still kind of making my way through the first one. So, but I mean, but
What?
I just seriously like with all the shit with all the shit that we're doing and all the other stuff that we've been playing, like I don't really have time. Uh
That's fair.
let's see what was he saying? Do you think we'll see Spider-Man 2? I think let me look over do you think we'll
Do
see
you
Spidey
think?
2
Yeah,
on
on
PC
PC
soon?
soon.
I
I
have no
think.
doubt. I have
I
no
think
doubt.
maybe if it's not the end of this year, um, it will be next year because they're holding on to obviously releasing anything they need to release for the game for the exclusive because it is a
Of course.
PS5
Of
or
course. Of
PS
course.
exclusive, and then they're gonna release more
Oh yeah. No,
for
I
the other
think
cons.
yeah, I think it's going to be close to a year before we see Spider-Man 2 on Steam or wherever. So yeah, I mean, and it makes sense, like you said, Sony wants to hold on to that because, they still want the PlayStation to sell. And I mean, now it looks like they're going to be releasing the PS5 Pro.
Yeah,
It makes you
and that's
wonder. It's
gonna
like,
be another. They're gonna make a DLC for that. I don't know, but I will buy it if they do. I will buy it.
what, the PS5
Absolutely.
Pro?
I will buy a PS5 Pro.
I'm
Um,
not.
Mainly because there is more people in my house that play, so it doesn't hurt to have another next gen console instead of buying a whole PC. Because
Yeah, fair
PCs
enough.
are not cheap,
No,
and that's a
not
cheaper
by a long shot.
option, especially if they only play certain games
Mm.
that are on all consoles. So
Yeah, no, fair enough. Like, but for me in my position, I don't really see any justification in me getting it. I have a PlayStation 5 right now. It serves me well enough, so I'll kind of stick with that. And like based on what I'm seeing, it seems like and I mean, I know we've talked about this before, but it's like right now, like Xbox seems to be starting to release more and more and more of their stuff on
on
competing
everything.
consoles and PC and things like that. So it's like it really makes you wonder, because after I think it was what was it? Um, it was GDC.
Mhm.
A lot of people are saying that Microsoft and Xbox are in a bit of trouble as far as their game hardware is concerned and their future with game hardware. It's like in markets like Europe, their Xbox's performance is flatlining right now. And like, I mean, Phil Spencer did say that there's gonna be a next generation of hardware from them, but you have to wonder like how far is that gonna go?
Yeah, and it makes sense now why they purchase all this different companies for gaming.
Mm.
Um, because that's gonna be their thing. They're gonna be making more games, so they can at least make a little bit more money than making another console or making just exclusive because they know people will
Oh
buy
yeah,
it on PS5 and any other console.
true enough. I mean, I think, but it also makes you wonder though. Like, I think is Game Pass actually making them a profit at this point? I would assume that it is, but I'm curious like how much money that's actually making them.
It's
And
subscription based, so I guess anything subscription based is making money, you know.
yeah, true enough. It's like it seems like it's a good value for what
Hmm.
it offers, but you also have to like with the amount, like with the volume of stuff that's on that, and a lot of their like first party stuff being on there like day one, like you have to wonder like how much money are they really making uh on Game Pass. And like especially with physical media, like with physical media on the decline as it is now, it's pretty crazy. And then what was it, Ronald in the chat was saying the next Xbox will just be a PC.
It
I
is
mean,
true. I
yeah,
mean, it
it seems
makes
like
no
it's going to
sense
be
to make another Xbox. To be honest, just
pretty much.
make
But
a affordable PC.
oh yeah, no, and that's the thing though. I think like the decline of Xbox, I think is not really the best thing for the market at this point, but it just seems like it's not something that can be avoided at this stage, especially if their market share is dropping
Hmm.
as as much as it is in some of the bigger markets, like US and Europe and things like. And that's the thing though, like I would say Japan, but Xbox has never really had a big presence in Japan.
I think
Like
we know
they're
why.
well, I mean, that's the thing though. Japanese gamers are more like on the go and stuff like that. So you get more of like the portable stuff, people playing on their phones or playing on the Switch and things like that. That's why like and then of course like PlayStation has always been like a rather dominant force there as well. And so like you don't really see much going on in the way of Xbox over on that side.
And they have their own titles of games. Like
Mhm.
back in the day, I made a Japanese PSN account. Like I made my own
Mhm.
Japanese account. I don't remember how I did it. I follow a YouTube video. I was a teenager when I did it, and I still have it to this day. I cannot purchase anything through it
Mm,
because it doesn't let me add a form of payment because I don't have a Japanese account. I could definitely buy through PayPal, but it's a
mm.
Japanese PayPal, and I cannot add mine. But my son has like his profile is on there, and
Mm.
good thing is that he cannot purchase anything for Fortnite there. But it's so cool to actually when you go to the PlayStation Network through that
Mm.
side. There's so many different games. I wish I
Oh
could
yeah.
buy it.
Oh yeah.
I can't. But
It's crazy. Well, I think you can convert currencies from one to
it's
the other, but I
it's
think
not
there's also a
it's not the
charge behind it,
currency.
but
Yeah, it's
Mm,
not the currency itself. It's when you try to add a form of payment. So the PlayStation itself, it's under my regular PSN account, which is
mm,
why he's able to get online because it's under my stuff.
yeah,
But then when you go into to add a form of payment to his own side of things, I don't remember what information I put for an address, but it's based off that address.
gotcha.
It doesn't let me change anything. It's asking for a specific way to type an address in Japan, which is not the same format as here. So I can't do much with it. But still cool that I can see all this other games that you don't see in the States.
Yeah, no big worries there.
One day I'll take a screenshot or record it and send it to you so you'll see.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. Do we have anything else that we want to go over before we call it good?
No?
No.
I think we went all around. It's a great train wreck.
Yeah, sounds about right. All right. So we're going to go ahead and call it good for one episode. We hope you enjoyed this beautiful train wreck as much as we did. If you did, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow us on all of our social platforms. The links are down in the description below. Head on over to the nerdarchive.com, your one-stop shop for all things nerdy. There you will find crew bios, podcast episodes, podcasts and shows that we support, as well as our sweet merch shop. Get them while they last. They routinely sell out. So you can support the crew and the things that we do. Every dime that we make goes into making you a better and better product. So as always, what can they do, Yadi?
Click all the things.
God damn right, sir. Click all the things and enjoy and join our incredible community. We also have a Discord that you can join as well. Links for all that down in the description below. But with that being said, I have rambled on enough. Let's get the hell out of here. For Lola and Yadi, I'm Justin. Thanks again for watching. This has been the Nerd Archive podcast, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
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 One of these days, we're gonna have to look through that episode and find Lola's. Yeah,
There we go.
Live and in action.
I got another one.
there you go. You got another opportunity to find it. So yeah, all right. Peace out, folks.
Bye.
Ciao.